Before this message begins, I need you to stop for a moment. This is not a coincidence. God wants to speak directly to your heart today. So take a deep breath, listen carefully, and don't skip this message. Because what you are about to hear may be exactly what your soul needed right now. And if you believe God is speaking to you today, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment Amen below. Your support helps spread God's message to more people who are silently struggling and searching for hope. Now, open your heart and listen carefully to what God wants to tell you today. My child, before you continue scrolling, I need you to pause for a moment and truly hear me today. You have been fighting battles silently for a long time. Some people see your smile, but they do not see the pressure behind it. They hear your laughter, but they do not hear the cries hidden in your heart. They think you are strong all the time, but they do not know how many nights you stayed awake trying to survive emotionally. But I know every burden you carry. I know every fear that keeps visiting your mind. I know every moment you felt unwanted, forgotten, or emotionally exhausted. And today I want you to remember this. You are not alone in this battle. Even when nobody checked on you, even when people misunderstood you, even when life became overwhelming, I was still walking beside you. My child, I saw the nights where tears rolled down your face while you asked me, "Why is this happening to me?" I heard the prayers you whispered quietly because you were too tired to pray loudly anymore. I know there were moments where your faith felt weak, moments where disappointment made you question everything, moments where you wondered if your future would ever become better. But listen carefully to my voice today. Your story is not ending in pain. This season may be difficult, but it is temporary. This storm may feel strong, but it cannot last forever. This darkness may feel heavy, but light is already on the way. You have survived every difficult chapter before this one, and you will survive this chapter too. My child, stop believing the lie that nothing will change. I am a God of restoration. I am a God of healing. I am a God who opens doors that nobody can shut. What looks impossible to you is still possible for me. I can restore broken hearts. I can heal emotional wounds. I can rebuild confidence that pain destroyed. I can turn your lowest season into the beginning of your greatest testimony. Nothing in your life is beyond my power. But I need you to stop speaking defeat over yourself. Every time you say, "I am worthless," "I will never succeed," "My life will never improve," you are agreeing with fear instead of faith. Your words matter. Start speaking life over your future. Say, "God is working for me. My situation can change. I will heal. I will overcome. Better days are coming." Because they are. My child, I know you are tired of waiting. Waiting for answers. Waiting for healing. Waiting for opportunities. Waiting for peace. Waiting for someone to truly understand your heart. And sometimes waiting feels painful because you cannot see what I am doing behind the scenes. But just because you cannot see movement does not mean I am inactive. I am always working. Right now, while you are listening to this message, I am arranging things in ways you cannot imagine. Blessings are moving toward you. Doors are preparing to open. People are being removed and aligned according to your destiny. Healing is already beginning deep inside your soul. You are not stuck forever. My child, there are some people you cried over that were never meant to stay in your life permanently. You begged for certain relationships to work while I was trying to protect your heart from future pain. Not every closed door is punishment. Some closed doors are protection. Some people had to leave because they could not go where I am taking you. Do not chase what I removed. Trust me enough to let go. I know loneliness has hurt you. I know rejection affected your confidence. I know betrayal changed the way you trust people. But do not let pain harden your heart completely. There are still good people ahead. There are still beautiful moments waiting for you. There are still blessings you have not experienced yet. Your life is not over because one season hurt you. The enemy wants you trapped in hopelessness because hopeless people stop expecting miracles. But I need you to expect greater things. Expect healing. Expect peace. Expect unexpected favor. Expect restoration. Expect joy to return again. You have cried enough. You have suffered enough. You have carried enough emotional weight. A new season is coming. And in this next season, you will not have to force everything. Peace will come naturally. Clarity will come naturally. The right people will arrive naturally. The opportunities meant for you will begin to appear. I am making a path where there seemed to be none. My child, stop comparing your journey to everyone else. You keep looking at other people's lives and wondering why they seem ahead while you still struggle. But comparison steals peace. You do not know the full story behind what others show publicly. And you do not need to race anyone. Your destiny is unique. Some people bloom quickly. Others bloom later. But late blooming does not mean forgotten. A diamond takes time to form. Gold takes fire to become pure. And your difficult season has been shaping strength inside you that you do not even realize yet. One day people will look at you and admire your peace without understanding the battles you survived to obtain it. My child, do not allow fear to control your future anymore. Fear keeps telling you, what if things go wrong? What if you fail? What if nobody stays? But faith asks, what if God is preparing something greater than I imagined? Because I am. I have blessings planned for you that will make this painful season worth surviving. There are prayers you forgot about that I still remember. There are dreams inside you that are not dead. There are opportunities approaching that will change your direction completely. Do not give up before the breakthrough arrives. You are closer than you think. The enemy attacks hardest before a blessing is released. That is why your mind has felt heavy lately. That is why discouragement keeps appearing. That is why your spirit feels exhausted sometimes. But you are stronger than this season. Not because of your own strength alone, but because I am holding you together even when you feel weak. Every morning you wake up is proof that purpose still exists for your life. You still have assignments to complete. You still have lives to impact. You still have blessings to experience. So stop telling yourself that your life has no meaning. You matter deeply. The world may not always recognize your value, but heaven does. I formed you carefully. I know every detail about you. I know the battles nobody else sees. And I know the beautiful future waiting ahead of you. Trust me when you cannot understand everything. Faith is not seeing the whole staircase. Faith is taking the next step even when the future feels uncertain. And my child, I will guide every step. I will strengthen you when your spirit becomes tired. I will comfort you when sadness tries to overwhelm you. I will protect you when danger surrounds you. I will open doors at the right time. I will bring healing to the parts of you that still hurt silently. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are not unloved. You are mine. So tonight, release your worries into my hands. Stop replaying painful memories. Stop carrying tomorrow before it arrives. Stop punishing yourself for things I already forgave. Rest your heart. I am already working on things you prayed about. I am already preparing miracles you cannot yet see. I am already making a way through this storm. And when the right moment comes, your life will begin changing faster than you expected. The tears will turn into joy. The confusion will turn into clarity. The pain will turn into purpose. One day you will look back and realize that every difficult moment was preparing you for something greater than you imagined. Until then, keep praying, keep believing, keep trusting, keep moving forward, because your breakthrough is coming. Type Amen if you believe God is working in your life right now. And my child, there is one more thing I need you to understand tonight. The reason the enemy keeps attacking your mind is because there is something valuable inside you. Darkness does not fight empty people. Storms do not come against lives without purpose. The pressure you feel is proof that your future carries significance. There is greatness inside you that even you have not fully discovered yet. That is why the enemy tries so hard to fill your heart with doubt. That is why fear keeps whispering lies into your mind. That is why discouragement visits you when you are trying to move forward. But hear me clearly. The attack against you will not succeed. I have placed strength inside you that pain cannot destroy. I have placed purpose inside you that fear cannot cancel. I have placed light inside you that darkness cannot overcome. You were created for more than survival. You were created to rise after the pain, to grow after disappointment, to become stronger after every storm. My child, stop looking at yourself through the eyes of your wounds. Pain has made you forget your value. You focus so much on your failures that you ignore your progress. You remember every rejection but forget every battle you already survived. You notice your weaknesses while ignoring the strength it took just to keep going. But I see the real you. I see the person who kept standing after heartbreak. I see the person who kept loving after betrayal. I see the person who kept praying even during seasons of silence. That strength matters. And even though you feel emotionally exhausted right now, I am renewing your spirit little by little every day. Healing does not always happen instantly. Sometimes healing is slow. Sometimes healing happens quietly. Sometimes healing begins deep inside before it becomes visible on the outside. Do not become discouraged because the process takes time. A broken bone heals slowly. A deep wound closes gradually. And hearts heal one layer at a time. Be patient with yourself. You are healing from things you never deserved to experience. My child, I know your heart has been disappointed by people. You gave loyalty and received betrayal. You gave effort and received neglect. You gave love and received confusion. And now part of you fears opening your heart again because pain taught you to expect disappointment. But do not let painful experiences convince you that all future experiences will hurt you too. Your story is still unfolding. There are people ahead who will value your heart correctly. There are friendships ahead filled with peace instead of drama. There are connections ahead that will help you grow instead of drain your energy. Not everyone who enters your life is sent to break you. Some are sent to heal parts of you that previous people damaged. Trust me enough to believe that better relationships still exist. And my child, stop carrying guilt for outgrowing certain places and people. Growth changes you. The version of you that survived past battles cannot remain the same forever. You are evolving emotionally. You are becoming wiser spiritually. You are learning discernment. You are learning how to protect your peace. Not everyone will understand the new boundaries you are creating. Not everyone will understand why you no longer tolerate certain behaviors. But protecting your peace is not selfish. Some doors must close for your spirit to heal properly. And yes, growth can feel lonely sometimes, because not everyone can follow where purpose leads you. But loneliness in a season of growth is better than staying surrounded by people who destroy your peace. My child, there are blessings approaching your life that require a healthier version of you. That is why this season has been teaching you lessons. That is why certain habits are changing. That is why certain relationships are shifting. I am preparing your heart for what you prayed for. Do not resist the transformation. The old version of you survived, but the new version of you will thrive. You are entering a season where your peace will matter more than people-pleasing. A season where your spiritual growth will matter more than temporary approval. A season where you stop chasing what drains you and start embracing what strengthens you. And let me remind you of something important tonight. You are allowed to rest. You do not always have to be strong. You do not always have to carry everyone else's problems. You do not always have to pretend everything is okay. Rest is holy too. Even during creation, there was rest. So stop feeling guilty for slowing down. Stop apologizing for protecting your mental peace. Stop forcing yourself to carry burdens that were never yours to carry. Some things can only be healed through surrender. My child, the future ahead of you is brighter than what your current emotions are showing you right now. Do not allow temporary feelings to define permanent decisions. Your current pain is not permanent. Your current confusion is not permanent. Your current exhaustion is not permanent. Everything changes with time. And I am already working on the next chapter of your life. There are blessings you cannot yet imagine. There are miracles quietly forming. There are prayers already moving toward answers. One unexpected moment can change everything. One conversation. One opportunity. One breakthrough. One answered prayer. Never underestimate how quickly I can transform a situation. I can open doors overnight. I can restore peace suddenly. I can create miracles where logic sees impossibility. That is why you must continue believing even when circumstances appear unchanged. Faith is strongest when situations look impossible. And my child, when fear tries to return tonight, remember this. You have survived every difficult day so far. The moments you thought would destroy you did not destroy you. The heartbreak you thought you would never recover from, you survived it. The anxiety you thought would consume your future, you are still here fighting. That means there is still purpose ahead. Do not stop now. You are too close to your breakthrough, too close to healing, too close to clarity, too close to peace. The enemy wants you to quit because he cannot stop the blessing I prepared for you unless you lose hope before it arrives. So hold on to faith tightly. Even if your voice shakes, keep praying. Even if your heart feels tired, keep believing. Even if the future feels unclear, keep moving forward. Because I am leading you somewhere beautiful. One day your heart will no longer ache like this. One day your mind will feel calm again. One day your smile will become genuine again. One day you will wake up without carrying this heaviness. And on that day, you will realize that every painful season taught you strength you never knew you possessed. Until then, stay close to me. I am your peace in chaos. I am your strength in weakness. I am your light in darkness. I am your protector when fear surrounds you. And no matter what happens next, I will never leave your side. Type God is my strength if you believe He is carrying you through this season. My beloved child, I need you to stay here a little longer and listen with your heart, not just your ears. Because there are things I have been trying to whisper to your soul for a long time. You keep asking me why everything has felt so heavy lately. Why your heart feels tired even after resting. Why your mind keeps overthinking. Why people keep disappointing you. Why life has not turned out the way you expected. And I know there are moments where you secretly wonder, God, are you still with me? Yes, my child. I have always been with you. I was with you during the nights when nobody knew how badly you were hurting. I was with you when anxiety sat beside your bed and filled your mind with fear. I was with you when your heart broke in silence and you smiled anyway because you did not want anyone to worry. I saw every hidden tear, and not one tear was wasted. You may think nobody notices your pain, but heaven notices everything. Every heartbreak. Every disappointment, every moment where you felt emotionally exhausted, every time you wanted to give up but still kept going somehow. I saw it all, and I am proud of you for surviving seasons that almost destroyed you. My child, there are people around you who only know the version of you that smiles publicly. They do not know how hard you fight internally every single day. They do not know the pressure you carry. They do not know the thoughts you battle at night. They do not know how many times you almost broke emotionally but forced yourself to continue. But I know. And that is why I am speaking to your spirit right now. Because your soul has become tired from carrying things you were never meant to carry alone. You keep trying to fix everything yourself. You keep trying to control every outcome. You keep trying to hold everyone together while secretly falling apart inside. But my child, you are human. You are allowed to feel weak sometimes. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to admit that you are tired. Even strong hearts need healing too. Stop punishing yourself for not being perfect. Perfection was never the requirement for my love. I loved you before you succeeded. I loved you before you failed. I loved you before you figured life out. And I still love you now. Nothing you have done can remove my love from your life. Not your mistakes. Not your past. Not your fears. Not your doubts. My love for you is deeper than your worst moment. My child, I know there are prayers you stopped praying because disappointment convinced you they would never happen. Dreams you buried. Hopes you silenced. Goals you gave up on because waiting became too painful. But hear me carefully. Just because something feels delayed does not mean it is dead. Some promises take time because they require preparation. You keep looking at the clock while I keep looking at your destiny. And destiny is bigger than temporary timing. There are things happening behind the scenes that your human eyes cannot yet see. Conversations are aligning. Doors are preparing to open. People are being moved into position. Situations are shifting quietly. I am working even in silence. Especially in silence. The greatest miracles often begin where nobody can yet see movement. Think about seeds. Before growth becomes visible above the ground, transformation is already happening underneath the surface. And that is exactly what is happening in your life right now. You feel stuck because you cannot see visible change yet. But spiritually, emotionally, and mentally, transformation is already beginning. You are not the same person you were last year. You have grown through pain. You have become wiser through heartbreak. You have become stronger through disappointment. The fire did not destroy you. It refined you. My child, stop speaking negatively about yourself. The way you speak about yourself matters deeply. Every time you say, I am not enough. I will never change. Nothing good happens for me. You are watering fear instead of faith. Would you speak that way to someone you love deeply? Then stop speaking that way about yourself. You are not a failure. You are not forgotten. You are not weak. You are healing. You are learning. You are growing. And growth is not always comfortable. Sometimes growth feels like loneliness. Sometimes growth feels like confusion. Sometimes growth feels like losing people you thought would stay forever. But not everyone is meant to travel every season with you. Some people were assignments. Some were lessons. Some were temporary. And some departures were necessary for your peace. I know certain goodbyes hurt you deeply. You prayed for people to stay who still chose to leave. You gave loyalty to people who returned betrayal. You gave your heart to people who did not know how to value it. And those wounds changed you. Now you struggle to trust. Now you fear abandonment. Now you protect your emotions because pain taught you to be careful. But listen to me closely. Do not let pain convince you that love no longer exists. There are still genuine people ahead. There are still healthy connections waiting for you. There are still souls who will appreciate your kindness instead of abusing it. Do not close your heart completely because of what happened in one painful season. Your future is bigger than your past pain. My child, I know you have been mentally exhausted lately, overthinking everything, replaying conversations, imagining worst-case scenarios, carrying tomorrow's worries before tomorrow even arrives. And because your mind has been overwhelmed, your peace has been disappearing little by little. But I never asked you to carry the future alone. That responsibility belongs to me. You do not have to know every answer today. You do not have to solve your entire future right now. You do not need to understand every detail before taking the next step. Faith means trusting me even without complete understanding. And I know trust is difficult after disappointment. But I need you to remember how many times I already carried you through impossible situations before. There were moments where you thought, this is the end. There is no way forward. I will never recover from this. Yet somehow, you survived. That was not luck. That was grace. My grace kept you standing. My mercy protected your mind. My love carried your soul through darkness. And the same God who carried you before will carry you again. My child, there are blessings approaching your life that will heal parts of you thought would remain broken forever. Peace is coming back. Joy is coming back. Hope is coming back. Energy is coming back. Clarity is coming back. You will not always feel this heavy. There will come a day where your heart no longer aches like this. A day where your smile feels real again. A day where you wake up without fear controlling your thoughts. And when that day comes, you will realize why I asked you not to quit. Because if you had given up, you would have missed the beautiful chapter waiting ahead. My child, there are miracles attached to your decision to keep going. One more prayer can change everything. One more step can change everything. One unexpected opportunity can change your entire direction. Do not underestimate how quickly life can transform when my timing arrives. I can restore in one season what pain stole over many years. I can open doors faster than fear closed them. I can heal hearts people thought would stay broken forever. Nothing is impossible for me. So, stop carrying hopelessness. Stop feeding fear. Stop believing that your best days are behind you. Your story still has beautiful pages left to write. There are still dreams waiting to awaken. Still prayers waiting for answers. Still blessings waiting for release. And my child, never forget this truth. You are loved far more than you realize. Not because of what you achieve. Not because of how perfect you are. Not because you never fail. You are loved simply because you are mine. And I will continue fighting for you even in seasons where you feel too tired to fight for yourself. So rest knowing this. I am already in your tomorrow. I am already preparing the way. I am already making paths where you currently see walls. The storm will end. The pain will soften. The confusion will clear. And one day soon, you will look back at this season and say, God carried me through every moment. Until then, keep believing, keep praying, keep trusting, keep moving forward, because your breakthrough is closer than you think. Type, I will trust God if you believe He is preparing something beautiful for your future.